Hello, my name is Christine Serrano, and this is my Quest to College Art 200 final project. And I'm going to be talking about the importance of self-love. This is a poster that I saw a few months ago covering the windows of a shop in downtown SLO. I then saw the same thing printed on reusable shopping bags. As you can see, there's so many words, positive words of affirmation. These are definitely words to live by. This poster, when I saw it, it made me feel empowered. The word that spoke the most to me was love. And it spoke to me because I survived a 7-year domestic violence relationship, which I now realize the importance of self-love and the type of relationships that you'll accept if you don't have self-love. I'm going to talk about early century rituals and gender roles and how this could have influenced domestic violence. This is an early 20th century painting from a cult house in Middle Sepik region, Papua New Guinea, that we looked at in chapter 12 of our book. In the early 20th century, men dominated women among the Sepik people of Papua New Guinea. They held rituals called tampuran, which took place in decorated cult houses. Men saw the rituals as creating men from infants, seizing a woman's procreative power. These rituals were to pass male power down to the next generation. This slide, which I'm sure you guys have seen this image before, it shows the traditional gender roles. We were, in earlier days we were taught that the dad worked, the mom cooked, cleaned, and took care of the house and kids. This is what society's norm was. And I know from my experience growing up, I saw that my grandmother stayed with my grandfather even after being mistreated, because divorce was not an option. And keeping a family together, even if that meant enduring pain and being mistreated, was more important than having self-love. And this definitely gets passed down to the next generation. So from my experience, I saw my grandmother stayed in an abusive relationship that got passed to my mom, which she stayed, and then I ended up in one. But I definitely have been the one to break that vicious cycle, and it stopped with me. But then we have this family that looks different from what society says a normal family should look like. This is a piece of art from chapter 12 also, titled The Family, in Venezuela in 1962 by Marisol. It's painted wood and other materials in 3 sections. The relationships among members of a nuclear family are investigated in this sculpture. You see a mother with her children. She looks confident, dignified, solid, and strong. Marisol's figure are blocks of wood drawn on and minimally carved, each maintaining its own separateness while interlocking with the group. The family contrasts the uniformity and affluence of the nuclear family, which I think is great and very empowering. So we want to ask the question, why do women stay? Studies show that 1 in 4 women experience domestic violence. And even though, yes, we have the influence of what a family is supposed to look like, what the traditional family is supposed to look like, but we also have influences of very strong women that love themselves enough to not be in an abusive relationship. They work and they take care of the house and the kids all by themselves. So why do women stay? Some women fear that their partners will kill them if they leave. They fear that their partner will take their kids away from them. They don't feel that they can support themselves and their kids all alone. And the main reason is that they don't have self love and they don't see that they deserve better. Oftentimes, you hear women say that they stay for the kids. I know that was my famous excuse. I said that I stayed for my son. I wanted my son to have his father and his mother in the same home. But really, you cause so much more harm and damage when you stay in an abusive relationship, and kids see that. Studies show that domestic violence poses a serious threat to children's emotional, psychological, and physical well being. They develop general anxiety, sleeplessness, nightmares, increased aggression, behavior problems, which carry on into adulthood. And the list goes on. This picture of this woman hugging herself is beautiful to me because when you are in an abusive relationship, you lose yourself. You forget about the things that make you happy. You're in a constant chaotic world, and you wake up some days and don't even want to be here anymore. But I'm here to tell you that it is important to love yourself, set your boundaries, and have peace in your life. Once you experience this peace, it's such an awesome feeling, and you will never want to go back to that chaos. So come to find out, this poster is titled Lululemon's Manifesto. It represents Lululemon Athletica, which they sell yoga clothes and essentials. I've never set foot in their store, but I think it's great how their poster spoke volumes to me and had such a deep meaning. I hope I was able to shed some light on domestic violence and the importance of self-love. Thank you.